Hi, and welcome back to Eyes on Carnivore. My name is Sean, and today we're going to do an update video about my vision because recently I had another eye test, which was five weeks after I had my left eye cataract surgery, and both eyes have had an improvement. Isn't that amazing? Both eyes have had an improvement on the chart, and I'll be putting those up on screen. But I thought first, because I'm actually waiting for them to send the result to me. You wouldn't believe it. I rang them up a couple of days ago. Can I have the results of my recent test? So they said, yeah, no problems. We've sent it to your doctor already. And I had asked for them to send it to me. So that's no problems. I asked to read out the test results, and they told me what was written down, which was wrong. And I had to correct them and ask them to go back to their notes and to see what the fellow that did the test wrote down. And he wrote down the right thing, but the doctor did not put in his report the correct number, which was sent to my doctor. So long story short, I'm still waiting for them to send back. I've rung them twice already. I don't want to have to ring them third time this morning, but they assure me they're going to send me the right report this morning, and then I'll put that up on the screen, and that'd be great. We'll talk about what my vision improvements are. I want to have a little bit more of a rant about this though, because if you've noticed the reports that I've put up on the screen, I mean, all the tests have been done, and I'm talking about my right eye, and twice it has happened that the reporting physician has put down the wrong eye. They've mentioned the left eye. So one of these was an optometrist. And okay, so I can sort of understand why an optometrist who might deal with, I don't know, if they're doing them every 15 minutes, you're talking maybe a dozen or more people per day. Maybe you get the wrong eye, and I can understand that. But the other person that got the wrong eye in their report, which I actually did put up on screen at one stage, was from a professor. And a professor at Sydney University, and he was dismissing my assertion that diet played a significant role, if not the only role, in my vision improvements. And he got the wrong eye. I mean, how's that even possible? It drives me a bit crazy that they couldn't write down the right numbers and couldn't even get the right eye. I mean, this is 3 different specialists. It's not acceptable. We want accuracy, and there's no wonder that they drew on my forehead before I had the cataract operation over the eye that was getting the operation done, because I mean, I've heard of situations, a story that Dr. Sean Baker talks about. He talked about it recently, where a fellow got his one of his legs amputated, and it was the wrong leg. That would be such a distress. I mean, imagine having an operation on the wrong body part. So for me, they actually marked which eye that they were doing, and they asked the question, and they got the right eye. So good news is that I have had an eye improvement, but also some bad news. When he had a look at my eye, in my left eye, after the cataract operation, he noticed some frosting. Now this frosting is something I have not researched any further, because I'm pretty happy with what's going on anyhow. Frosting, and he also used the word bagging. So I think what I heard was when they remove the old lens, some of it has remained in there. So I think that might be what he's talking about. I'm not too sure. If you know what this frosting business is, I mean, drop me a comment, and I'll maybe look into it a bit further. So whilst we're waiting for this email to come in with the corrected report results, I thought we'd do something else. But stay to the end of this video, and I do have a few thoughts that I'd like to share with you about what's going on. Why is my vision improving? I mean, that's very intriguing to me, and I have not had anybody say, oh, comprehensively, these are the reasons, and yeah, I think we all would like to know. That would be fantastic. So yeah, next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at some of the things that I eat on a daily basis, and I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. But as I say, stay towards the end. I'm going to talk about my vision improvements and my thoughts about that. So come this way, come here, come closer. This is my esky. In America, I think you call them a cooler. In New Zealand, this is called a chili bin. So what's in a chili bin? I think New Zealand gets it for the funniest version of this. What's in a chili bin? My chili bin has got what I'm going to put in the smoker today, which is some nice topside. Goes into the smoker. I've also got these blocks of ice. I just put these in the freezer every now and again. There's a block of ice, it's in the bag. Also in the freezer is there's a dog bone. I have to give that to the dog. So there's a dog bone. What else have I got in the freezer? Sorry, my esky. So I've got eggs. The eggs that I get, I usually have 8 a day, but they're only fairly small. I haven't had any today because I was going to have the beef after I smoked it. And if I just get you to get the camera in there, I'm just going to lift it out. But there's the dog food, so he's got dog mince. From the pet store, I can get beef mince and kangaroo mince. Just have a little look in there. That's great. So that's what's in my esky. Why do I live out of an esky? Well, I've got a massive fridge. It just seems pointless to waste the extra electricity having a big fridge on when I'm only eating a small amount per day, and there's no reason for it. So come in here a little bit further. I'll just pop this light on. Here's my freezer. In the freezer I've got a few things. What's that? That's lamb shanks. That's a few berries. Here are that's chicken thighs. Look, I don't have much chicken. I think I've had it like 3 times in the past year and a half or so. I really like the flavour though, but I just don't prioritise it much. What else? So in here I've got sort of frozen bits, with frozen the blocks that I put in the esky to keep it cold, and there'll be some dog food there, and an arrange of different types of meat. This one is interesting. There's a vacuum pack that I got made up from the butcher. It's a 1 kilo block, and that's half lamb, half beef meat. So I get that custom made. Crikey, this is... Well, okay, so you see what I'm getting into these days. There's quite a bit of... I think there's three more of the mince. Yep, ground beef, custom made ground beef. Right, here we go. That's frozen fish. I usually got some frozen fish And some frozen prawns. Yep. What else have we got? Some sort of lump of meat. And well, this is my life basically. I grab something out of the freezer, put it into the esky, the cooler, the chili bin. I'll put that in and let that defrost a little bit overnight, and yeah, pretty much I'll find out what it is the next day. What is this? I really don't know. My best guess is that's beef. So there you go. That's enough for that. You get the idea. Here's some pork. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, no, it's stuck under the bottom. I get these. I get pork, and you get the skin in like a big square. And you cut it up into bits, and then you make your own pork crackle. That's quite fun. And so if we have a little bit more of a look in here, this is a small bar fridge, and occasionally what I do is have food that I've cooked and I store that into the bar fridge. If I want to keep a consistent temperature, because the esky cooler, if you like, the temperature will go up and down depending on what's going on. So what's in here? Not much. There's a leftover bit of a tiny bit of leftover lamb on a plate. That's ridiculous. But you know, I ate my meal, and that was what was left, and I just didn't feel like eating any more. Simple as that. What else have we got? So this is coconut oil. I have this occasionally if I feel like I want a little bit more energy. Sometimes in the morning, instead of having scrambled eggs, which is my go-to if I'm hungry, given the medium chain triglycerides that are in there, I get the energy kick pretty quickly. So that's great. What else is in there? Well, this is something I actually opened recently. It's been sitting in the cupboard, in that cupboard for months and months and months, probably about 4 months. This is sauerkraut. I had some recently, just a small amount. It's fermented, fermented cabbage. But yeah, I don't eat much of that. What else have we got? So let's have a look at the cupboard. Well, someone would say the cupboard's a bear. You're probably pretty right with that. I think that's ghee. What have we got here? So we've got smoked oysters in a can. Smoked oysters there. So if I ever get hungry, I've got some backup food. What's this? It's sardines. Again, sardines in spring water. Oysters in spring water. I don't get them in oil. Certainly don't get them with any flavours. What else have we got here? So there's dog liver treats. There's some gelatin powder. If I want to make like a custard sort of thing, I do that with egg. Sometimes I have prawns and I make a dipping sauce and then thicken it up a little bit. Some vanilla essence. The smell. I like the smell of vanilla. It's nice. And I think don't have my glasses on, but I think this is some sort of oil. I guess I can have a quick look. I'm not really making it out. It seems like it's oil, and it's, oh, there we go, avocado oil. Why have I got avocado oil? I bought this, I think about a year ago, maybe even longer. So So running out of things to show you really. Guinea, yeah. So I think it's one of these is coconut. I think that's coconut flour. Occasionally I've coated prawns with coconut flour. It's quite nice actually. And this one's like a collagen powder. I mean, I got sent this stuff for free, so whatever. The rest of it's just empty space. There's nothing else going on. So, yeah, that's it. So that's my kitchen. That's my kitchen environment. It's basically living out of a box with ice in it, and living out of a box. And I mean, I quite enjoy the simplicity of everything. Just grab something frozen out of the fridge. I don't know what it is. It's about the right size, and that's my metric. Is that enough food? I know it's the right amount of nutrients. Do I talk condiments? Sure, let's talk condiments. What else do I eat? Well, again, not much. There's some Celtic salt, whichever way you like to say it. Over on the table over there, there's some pink Himalayan salt. Here we've got, that's like a spring onion sort of thing. I get these instead of normal onions. I have one, I don't know, maybe every couple of weeks I'll have one. I don't eat up freezer at the moment. I don't eat them very often, but I find it's a little bit nicer just to have just a little bit of variety every now and again. They don't seem to affect me at all. So here we got some white pepper, coffee. Don't have coffee that often. Once a week, maybe twice a week at most, I'll have 1 cup without any sugar and without milk. If I am going out, sometimes I will get a coffee with some cream. And yeah, I think that's some Italian herbs, which I don't use that much, and some iodine tablets, which I take occasionally. And here we go. I think that's chamomile tea. Let's have a look. Again, I mean, I do not make a habit of having the same thing day in, day out. So if I'm going to have a chamomile tea one day, it'll be 2 or 3 days before I have any more. I guess the idea with that is you know, if we know that plants have toxins in them, there's not, and you're okay with a little bit, but having a lot of it might make the toxins build up. I'm certainly wanting to avoid all that. So that's that in a nutshell. I can hear the old guy out next door. He's got his blower, he's blowing his stuff, and he's going to start blowing, and then he's going to come that way. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a break here, and I'll go check my email to see if they send me the corrected report, and then we'll go do some cooking. Okay? Come right back. I just had to wait for the neighbour next door to stop with the leaf blower so we could proceed outside with my meat for the day and do some smoking. Smoking meat, that is, not cigarettes. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's spring here at the moment. It's beautiful weather. It's about 25 degrees, something like that. So I know it's at Fahrenheit 70 to 80 something or other. Should I give the dog a bone? What do you reckon, mate? Sit, shake. Good boy. Yeah. Look at the size of that. So this is a raw meaty bone. I get them to to sell me a lamb shoulder, and I get them to bone it out and tell them to leave plenty of meat on there. Look at that, man, that's good food. There you go, buddy. You can have that. Off you go, off you go, off you go. Yeah. Okay. There's that. There you go. Seems to fit. Turn it on there. Turn it on there. Well, product demonstration is not going that well at the moment. So a slight intermission there, had to figure out something. And maybe this is the reason why I will never do product placements. And this is a Ninja wood fire. This is the second one that I got. And the first one had a problem with this reset switch. And when I go to use it, it works for a little while and then it resets itself, turns itself off. So I got a second one and it did start doing it as well, but product demonstration for attempt number 2. So put the thing on. Okay, meat's still in there. Okay, put it in the on position, and well, first things first, I need to get some wood chips. Bloody hell. And the wood chips you put in here, that I can't get it out. Get the wood chip thing over there. Oh, there. There it is. So, I got some of these over here. I'm saying wood chips, but I mean pellets. So these pellets, like this. Get rid of the old ones, partly burnt. Put in some of these. Tamp it down. The reason I'm doing it now is because this will heat up, and I don't want to burn my fingers. That's better. So put it on. Any sort of luck, that should be it. Okay, so I think that's on. See, it says IGN, that's ignition. And I don't muck around with all the settings and stuff. I mean, I just, I do have a probe, and after it's going for a while, I will put the probe in, and I think it's probably set up for medium rare at the moment. You can adjust it as much as you like. But as you can see, as you can hear, it's now starting to heat up the little pellets, the little wooden pellets that are in there. I don't know if you can see any smoke. I can smell it. Yep, I can smell smoke coming out of it. Okay. So I think I could talk a little bit about my vision improvements whilst this is going. This will stop making noise in a second. So as I mentioned, I have had another cataract operation in my left eye. On the 16th of August last year, I did the right eye, which has continued to improve. The last improvement was recorded last week of 2 extra letters on the eye chart, and in my left eye, which had the cataract operation about 5 weeks ago, it's now November, so it's the start of October, and I had the cataract operation in my left eye. It went quite well, except for this frosting. Yeah, I'm not too concerned. The ophthalmic surgeon said to me that he'd have a look at it in a year's time and it might need some laser, I guess some lasering to laser out what this frosting is. Again, I don't really know much about it, but so I guess I just want to have a quick look at this. So if you can see the smoke coming out. See that smoke? Okay. Let's presume that's going to keep going. Okay. Now I'll come back in a little while and check it, because my problem will be that this this resets, which is reset again, and I think that's all okay. So I think let's have a look and see how Sammy's going. How you going there, Sammy? Can the camera see him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Hey mate, go on. Hey, easy bone. Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh, you're very happy. Okay. So, sorry for the distraction. So, I think we'll go and have a look at the email and see what the report, see whether a report has come in. But I'll tell you now, and we'll put that up on screen as I'm speaking. So what the report shows is my left eye, which had the cataract operation done recently, can now do count fingers. So when I was doing the test, I had hand over my right eye, looking through my left eye, and I was able to see shapes on the screen, on the eye chart, and I thought I could see the letter C. Turns out it was the letter E. So if you understand the shape, if I do this backwards, a C looks a bit like an E. So I was close, but yeah, not very accurate, of course, if you're getting it wrong. And yeah, that was quite a large size of letter on the screen. I can also report that I'm seeing some colour. Now, colour in the left eye is pretty significant because this eye hasn't seen colour for a while. It's been able to see light, very fractured, very distorted light, but now it's seeing colour. And I was watching Dave Mack's channel because I mean I love watching all the stories from people, and I noticed that he's got the blue background with the triangles behind him, and I was testing with my eyes. So I was like, I can see the blue background. I mean, not with any detail, but I could tell that there was blue. And then I realised Dave's shirt's got a big flash of red on it, and I could see the red as well. So my left eye is now able to count fingers or see, with a little bit of clarity, and also see some colour. And that's significant because the colour is done by the retina cells known as cones. They're more in the central vision, they're more in the middle. And for myself, I mean, they seem to be the ones that I have problems with, certainly in my left eye. So that's really encouraging. Now, in my right eye. So this is the one that's just, I can't explain how happy I am about this, guys. I'm so happy and so thankful for it. So my right eye achieved another 2 letters on the eye chart, In August, I got 4 letters on the eye chart. In May this year, I got 2024, I got 1 letter, and in February, 1 letter. So that's 8 letters this year. And it's November now, so the year's almost over. And my next test will be February next year. But yeah, so 2 extra letters, so the score is now 6/9 plus 1. So that means I've got the entire 9 row, and the last row, which is the 6th row, I got 1 letter on that row. So that means there's only 4 letters remaining for a perfect score. I'm going to say that again, 4 letters remaining for a perfect score. In other countries, we use this 6/ rating. Other countries I've heard 20/20 vision. So I'm guessing 20/20 vision's perfect. So if you 20/20 vision minus 4 letters on the chart, that's what I'm getting. Let me know in the comments if you know what the nomenclature would be for that. Thank you. What else can I say? Guys, I'm really excited. I mean, from having in March 2020 no eye chart results, no eye charts results at all, everything was just a blur. I even remember the guy saying, "Can you see me waving my hand?" I couldn't really see that either. To mid last year, when I noticed my vision was improving, and I recorded in my right eye 6/30 minus 2. And then I got and the smaller number the better. So 30 minus 2, and then I got a 21, and then an 18, and then a 15. And then was at October and December last year, I got a 12 minus 2, and in December another 12 minus 2. Which at that point I thought, my vision's plateaued, it's not going to improve anymore. Thumbs up to me, because I can see a lot better than I have previously, certainly for many, many years. But yeah, so January this year, 2024, I did the Lion Diet for the month of World Carnivore month, and in February I went and had an eye test because I thought my vision was better, and it was, and that was a 6/12 minus 1, so a 1 letter improvement from the year before. And then in May I had another test and I got a 6/12. That's another 1 letter improvement. I've seen the whole 12 line. So 1 letter improvement from 3 months previous. So then I go and I started taking the stem cell product. I don't know if that plays any role. Certainly having more stem cells in circulation means that more problems could be addressed. That makes perfect sense to me. I think a lot of this can be attributed to the carnivore diet, because anytime I stray, I get blurry vision. My vision gets worse. It's very noticeable. It can happen within half an hour, 15 minutes, or half an hour to 2 hours from eating something, and can last up to 3 days for myself. There's Mr. Chirpy Bird. He's always here. We'll have to keep going though. I love Mr. Chirpy Bird. So yeah, where I'm up to. So in August this year, I got a 6/9 minus 1. So that's a 4 letter improvement from the one beforehand. And now in November this year, I got a 6/9 plus 1, which is a 2 letter improvement. So this year, 8 letters. Last year, 31 letters, with a total of 39 letters improvement since I started Carnivore on the 11th of June 2023. Big round of applause for me. Thank you very much. The guide dog's happy. He's still not going to be out of business, and I'll have to tell you exactly why. Okay, so my vision has improved. Pinpoint accuracy, you might say. Only 4 letters left to have a perfect score. However, I'm still only seeing through a very small hole. I wouldn't even call it a hole. It's just like a mash of working retina cells. So that doesn't mean that I can see a large field of vision. It means I'm seeing a very narrow field of vision. In addition, I still have the constant flashing. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, when the retina cells die, they turn off and on. And I see that as a constant flashing. Let's try to do the rate. So something like that. The rate, constant flashing of these little translucent balls, if you like, the cells turning on and off. I see this day or night. Doesn't matter whether I've got my eyes open or closed, I still see this constant flashing. And as you would appreciate, if you had constant flashing in your eyes, that's affecting what you can see. Now, because I'm using a phone and when I'm doing the eye chart and watching TV or using the computer, that's a backlit display, and I can turn the brightness up or down on that. And at this point on my phone, I've been turning the phone down the brightness between 90% and 95%. I find anything brighter than that actually is too bright, which is ironic because I spent a lot of time saying, hey Siri, turn the brightness up 100%. And okay, so to explain, when I'm navigating objects in or around house, I can now see the ground. I can now see sort of distances away from me. I can see with great clarity, but I'm still competing with this constant flashing. And I mean, I think for myself, if I was going to pray for something, I've mentioned it in my past to my late mother, I wish I could get rid of this flashing. Just the flashing by itself. I've even said I prefer to be totally black blind and not have to deal with this flashing, because it's all consuming. As I say, I mean, at night time I close my eyes and all I see is constant flashing. Makes it particularly hard sometimes to focus on things because I've got to look past it, I've got to look through it. And of course, I mean, I've developed those skills to do that. The mere fact that my left eye isn't that great, and when I'm trying to focus on something, my right eye will look at something, my left eye will go, it'll actually point in another direction. My brain's automatically readjusting my left eye to stop contributing to my vision. So it's kind of like saying, look, your left eye's crap, you can't use it, I'm going to make it look over there and you focus through the right eye. And honestly, I mean, when I'm talking to people, if I'm trying to focus on their face, I'm really quite paranoid, because I mean, my daughter's noticed it a few times and she's pointed out, that really looks weird, Dad, with your eye just poking, sort of staring off into another direction. I'm not even doing it on purpose, it just happens automatically. Resultant from that, I think what's going to happen is my brain's going to do that less and less, and my left eye will come back in and start participating, because at the moment I'm sort of I'm not getting the stereoscopic vision that I'd need. I'm not getting all the depth perception that I require. It's certainly improved, but that's something to look forward to in the future. If this continues to improve, then one day this left eye will be able to see something on the eye chart. For my right eye, I mean, there's only 4 letters to go. I don't think I could do much better than 4 letters. I don't think I can do much better than what I've got at the moment. Then I'm pretty stoked. And ultimately, I'm doing this so other people can learn that your vision does improve on the carnivore diet. It improves for everyone, not just me. I've been collecting the videos of people that just mention they have a vision improvement. They're just mentioning that they have a different, they've had to change their prescription on their glasses. I've had people say that their glaucoma has their eye pressure has subsided back to normal. This is not something that happens because of a drug. It's happening because we're eating the proper human diet. Every animal, per my last video, if you haven't seen that yet, it's about pet food industry corruption, highlights the fact that if you don't feed the dog or cat the right food, it's going to suffer. It's not going to thrive. It's going to die early suffering. And that's what's happening to humans. And this is why when I say everybody's vision gets better, because pretty much every human has been doing the wrong thing by themselves, eating outside the human specific, species specific diet. And it's too easy. The species specific diet is definitely carnivore, without question. And I don't have to prove it, because I am the story. I am the proof. I was crippled. I was blind. And this isn't biblical. It sounds a bit like that, but you know, I've gone from not being able to walk across the road to sprinting 16 kilometers an hour. I've gone from not being able to use the phone at all to starting up and creating my own YouTube channel with help with the editing and the camera work. Thank you, Jimmy. You're a legend. And I've started a Facebook group called Eyes on Carnivore. Please, if you've had a vision improvement, go there and tell us your story. So share this to others and help them out, help them understand that it's not just me, and it's everybody really. Whether a person notices the benefit or not. It's kind of like saying, well, I didn't see a benefit from pain if you didn't have pain in the first place. You may not see a benefit from having a vision improvement if you didn't have a vision loss in the first place. So therefore, it's definitely going to help those people with vision loss. I don't know to what extent. It's really up to what type of damage has been done already. Give it a go. It's can't hurt. Can only help. To round things up with this video, well, I've talked about this in other videos. I talked about this with Professor Bart Kay. I've talked about this with Dr. James Newkey, who's sharing all my records with Professor Bob Casson. He's an eye researcher looking to write this up as a case study, to put it into the literature so it's documented. The ultimate thing I'm thinking though, and as I alluded to in other videos, the commonality between all these people is the food and what the food does to the metabolism. The commonality is beta-hydroxybutyrate, which is a ketone body, which is a fuel source for sure, but it's also providing anti-inflammatory, working on the inflammasome pathways to reduce inflammation. It works on the reduced oxidation, reduced inflammation, but it also works on this gene expression pathway. So gene expression, let's think epigenetics. You put your genes into an ideal situation, an ideal setting, environment, lifestyle, and the genes will do what they're programmed to do, to thrive. When those genes are put into the wrong environment, be that through lifestyle, it could be from diet, it could be from heavy metal exposure, from radiation, stress, a number of different things. But the commonality is beta-hydroxybutyrate provides gene expression. It works on histone deacetylase and histone acetylase, HATS and HDAC, acronyms you can look up. And it essentially histones, your DNA wraps around histones. Imagine it's like, you've got a DNA and the histones wrapped around it. And what the gene expression does, it enables the DNA to unravel, unfurl, to not have a tighter grip on the histone. So if that's a histone, there's your DNA, it's got a tight grip, and now we're easing the grip up. what that does, it allows the genes that are in that to be expressed. So if I've put my body in the wrong environment, through the wrong lifestyle, be that whatever lifestyle challenge was going on, that's why my eyesight got bad in the first place. Correct? Yes, that's right. And then changing my epigenetics, changing my genes to reflect what is what the body wants. I mean, obviously, if things are being repaired, then that's what the body wants. And this is where epigenetics comes in. And I have a playlist on my channel all about epigenetics and epigenomics. And I think if you run through that playlist from the first one to the last one, you might get a bit more of an understanding of what I am talking about. It's fascinating stuff, and I really enjoy and love learning about this stuff. I mean, and I'm really hoping one day someone smarter than me will go, yes, you're on the right track, or no, you're on the wrong track, but this is the reason why your vision's improved, or that's the reason why, or all these accumulative things that I'm doing right now are the reasons why my vision has improved. I think that's all I've got to say today, guys, but let's see if my smoke is still working. Because I know what this thing to turn off. Well, yeah, it's still on. Yeah, smoking, fantastic, it's going. So, there you go, it's working for the time being. At no point in the future do I intend to do product placement. So forget it if you're wanting to approach me about that, not interested. I actually have enough money, I don't need to make any money out of this. And in future, I'm going to be interviewed by Kerry Mann from Homestead How, and I'm going to make an announcement on his channel for healing humanity and the power of a proper human diet, and more on that soon, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 ding. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you saw the first video, which was called Carnivore Reverses Blindness 2023 Results, you will know that I was pretty nervous. I've never spoken to a camera in my life. I've never done any videoing in my life. I've never done any public speaking of any great amount. I've had leadership roles where I've had to talk to people a lot, but this is all fairly new to me. Let me know if I'm going well. If I need any improvements, give me some encouragement. And look, thanks very much, guys. I'll see you in the next one.